All right, and we're back for episode 10. This is the Clinch Convos podcast. I'm Coda, that's James. Welcome in, guys. Hey, dude, we're kind of color coded today, man. I know my shirt was white, but I promise it's baby blue.
Got
So I'm
that
here to
teal on today, dog. Got that teal on. Y'all
you
make sure to
got
like and subscribe as well.
this
Make
was
sure to
not
like and
playing.
subscribe.
It just happened that way. But dude, let's talk about this fucking Mexico card, man. I mean, so close to winning big money, man. So close yet so far. And the one guy to let me down. It's Brandon Moreno, man. I said we
Oh,
just talk from the top of the card down and just get the fucking elephant in the room addressed really quick, dude. Lawler Kavanaugh, man. I mean, 3 weeks notice, fighting at 7,000 feet elevation. Brandon Moreno's been training there all months. Thought that would help him. Look like it hindered him, in my opinion. I don't know what you were thinking about that, but rewatched the fight back today at work while I was delivering mail, and not not the Brandon Moreno I remember from the golden days, man. This whole shit right here that he does is really starting to get on my fucking nerves. I mean, him and Cheeto Vera had the exact same performance, except he grappled a little.
yeah, man. I thought this was going to be like Moreno coming in there, showing his experience, showing that like he is still that guy. And he ran into a very tough Kavanaugh. Charles Johnson is knocking these boys into greatness. I stole
Yeah,
that
really.
I stole that from Terrence McKinney. He tweeted that after the fight. But Kavanaugh. I mean, he looked great. I told myself if it was going to be a pure striking match, I'm leaning Kavanaugh just based off, his attributes and his age. But Moreno is one of those people that you're not just going to walk in there and show up. This is your 10th fight ever. I believe Kavanaugh was 9-1, so he's his 11th
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Ever, and in Mexico, and beat Moreno.
Yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow, man. I really am glad that I fell asleep during the Cheeto Vera fight because that have broke my. I'm not, but I am at the same time because if I didn't fall asleep, I'd actually cash my money out. But it is what it is, dude. Yeah,
Should have called you.
I had my heart broken, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was blazed out of my mind, dude. I got home like, ooh, I'm about to go watch some fights. So I did a little bit of the devil's lettuce. Fucking boy cancels on me. So I'm sitting here fucking locked in on the fights, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if the switch just flipped off and I fell asleep or what. I tell you, it's Cheeto Vera's fault. It's Cheeto Vera's fucking fault. Fighting so fucking boring, dog. Um, don't hurt me, Cheeto, but I'm so tired of your shit, man. Yeah, no, I sat there and I was like, and then I wake up, I see you text me, you go, you're gonna be upset. And I go, the fight's over. Oh my god, I missed a horrible knockout by Brandon Moreno. And I turn it on and I see Kavanaugh getting his hand raised. I'm like, no, buddy, no. I mean, I like Kavanaugh. I really love Loner Kavanaugh, so it wasn't upsetting for me on that aspect. But he took the money that dude, all I needed was Moreno to win. And that was 7 fighters from the last card. And I just needed Max Holloway and Kyle to win this next week. And I would have gotten 2 grand. 2 grand off of
Yeah, yeah.
$9, bro.
That would have been nice for the pod, son. It's
Yeah.
just, man, I really wasn't expecting it. I was expecting Kavanaugh to run into a tough fight, for him to lose by decision. I didn't see him getting finished again.
Yeah.
But I mean, that kid, I mean, he can bang, man. And it's like our flyweight division is really picking up, man. We got some
Dude, it's so
young, really
fun.
great guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking on Cheeto, man, where do you start? Cheeto looked super hot in the third round, but he could not track Martinez in that first and second round.
Yeah.
He could not cut off the cage. And the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, they're like, oh, Cheeto looks great in the third. Cheeto's finally back. But no, it's like Martinez got tired. Cheeto
Yeah.
cannot perform anymore with these young, fresh
Yep.
dudes that are quicker. And it just, man, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating
I
because I
watched that
love
one
Cheeto.
back too. And I just was sitting there. I'm like, Cheeto, he's circling into your power. He's circling into your power hand, and you're just not throwing anything at him to make. Because like that was the thing that's frustrating me so bad is I had to keep in mind I'm delivering at this time, so I'm able to notice this out of the corner of my eye. It's that bad. Martinez was able to circle off the cage with ease. There was nothing thrown that was going to hurt him to discourage him from circling away, man. And Cheeto is such a veteran in this sport. That is a problem that you fix right away in the middle of a fight. And it just, like you said, Martinez ran circles around him and caught him with some good stuff. I mean, Cheeto landed a good head kick, but in that same sequence, Martinez caught him and took him down after it landed. And then Martinez landed a good head kick round too. I mean, the fight wasn't as bad as I remember it being, because I fell asleep in the first round, won't lie. But Cheeto has to. I don't even know what to do with him anymore. They were talking about how his coach was basically ripping him every practice, talking about what needs to be done, what don't need to be happening, and it didn't seem like anything had changed for him, man. I mean, it was discouraging as a Cheeto Vera fan. I hate it. I love that guy to death, man. I love everything he fights about. He says his driving force is his daughter. I love the video where he's painting his car and some dude tries to run up and stab him. He
Yeah.
pulls the shotty out the fucking
Yeah.
car. Don't
That's
even miss a
awesome.
beat. He's like chucks it with one hand. I'm like, yo, Cheeto is a fucking guy, and he just doesn't. He was more aggressive wanting to beef with him after the bell ended than he was on the feet. That's what gets under my skin. Is like, you're not that aggressive the entire time when you're fighting. Don't even shoot for a clinch. Don't shoot to hold him against the cage or anything. But as soon as the bell rings, you're trying to hit him afterwards. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It
But
was
then we got to get into
yeah, let's talk about
I
this
mean,
loser.
lightweight bust of the year, Zell
Yeah.
Huber.
Of the
You
decade,
know,
bro. Of the decade, dude. I'm sorry. He's still so young. Still so young. So anything can happen. But Bobby Green masterclassed him in that fight. Bro didn't put his hands near his face one fucking time. He had his hands down at his hips the entire fight and knocked him out. That is a bad loss, bro.
yeah. I mean, like we talked about on the pod last episode what Zell Huber needed to do if he was going to be successful in the UFC, and he cannot pull it off. He cannot get over that hump. He's not going to be beating anybody top 10, top 15 really anytime soon. Because he's had his opportunity over and over again. And you look at the killers that are in the lightweight division that are ranked. He's not getting past any of these guys right now, man. I don't know what he needs to do, but just a bust. He's came in as a major favorite in his last three fights, and just he's squandered opportunities. I mean, he's tall, he's got the build. If he utilizes his reach well, then he could do well. But he can't do it, man. He's not pulling it off. I think he's just I think I don't want to, like this guy, like you can actually say that this guy has been fraud checked. Like I'm not a big fan of
Multiple
fraud
times.
checking and people throwing around fraud check every time like a fighter loses or whatever like that. But I think this guy, he qualifies as a fraud check.
Yeah. Yeah. He's lucky to have had the performance he had against Esteban Ribovic, because he fights Esteban Ribovic now and he gets knocked the fuck out. I mean, I honestly think Ribovic is about to beat Mateusz Gamrot. I really do. They were booked once already, and he had to drop out, and Ludovic Klein took on Gamrot instead. I really think that's the thing that maybe he got touched too much in that fight, and now he was scared of getting touched. But it was a bad knockout. I mean, it was a really bad knockout, dude. He had him just completely missing on punches. He had his guard wide open. I mean, Bobby Green made it look so easy. Shout out to Bobby Green for always being entertaining on and off the mic. I mean, that dude comes to bang, whether he's getting knocked out, whether he's knocking dudes out, whether he's fighting a boring decision or beating up 50-year-old Jim Miller. Bobby Green comes to do his thing. This man straight up said, "Shout out to everybody for Black History Month." Also, shout out to
Come
my
to my strip club.
yeah. He literally lost all of his motivational Black History Month speech, and then goes, "Come to my strip club tonight." I'm like, dude, I get it. You think about that, you start thinking about that shit jumping. I get it. I guess. He was ready for his after party. This is the second or third time that he's done some wild shit. First time was wanting his dogs to come into the octagon, and DC's like, bro, we can't put your fucking chihuahuas in the octagon. Stop. So, I was happy for Bobby Green, man. It keeps his contract going. It keeps him talking his shit. It keeps him getting good matchups because he is an entertaining fighter. More entertaining,
100%.
more entertaining than Daniel Zellhuber has been.
Yeah.
Zellhuber needs to figure something out. I think it's best for him. I think him and Eric Nicksick just don't click well. He didn't seem to take any advice that he should have. Sean Strickland, it worked well for him when Nick Sick went out and said that he doesn't seem to be a championship caliber fighter, lit a fire under his ass. Zell Huber, I guess it hurt his feelings. I don't know, but something has to be done about that guy. I wouldn't be mad if they cut him, let him go fight in Rising or Octagon or CF MMA, whatever it is, for a couple years, and let him see how much he wants to perfect it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a poor performance. And another guy who disappointed me, and I will write this off as possibly an elevation thing, was Edgar Chairez, man. He looked rough that fight, dude. I don't know if it was a rough weight cut. I'm gonna write it off as elevation, but he made Felipe Bunez, who got cut, by the way. He was the other guy to get cut this weekend, which I thought was messed up. I thought Bunez had a pretty good performance. I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of the guy's fight style, but I thought he had a way better performance than he got cut for. But he's 1-3 in the promotion. They cut Bunez, and Chairez kind of struggled with him for the first 2 rounds, maybe really more the first round and a half. I still think he won, but you never want to see it be that close against a guy who's 1-2 in the UFC going into that fight.
Yeah, I agree.
I,
I
I
agree.
thought I thought
Since
we were
since you
getting
brought that
knockouts.
up, we got some conflicting views on that one. So let's get into our who lost stock and who gained stock over the
Okay,
weekend.
I'm
I'll
down
let you
for it.
shoot first with your losses.
All right, so lost stock for me, man. I mean, number one's got to be Daniel Zellhuber. We already crucified him enough. I won't give him no more free clout. Brandon Moreno, I wanted to put at number one, but I'm gonna put him at number two because there's still hope for him. He's still Brandon Moreno. I don't know what the answer is for him anymore, man. This fight, and maybe it's just Lower Kavanaugh is so good at finding adversity and defeating it. But just from the very first bell, it seemed like this man was fighting staph infection or something, dude. I mean, he just did not seem like himself. I'm all for his style where he's in the fucking, they're touching gloves. He's like, whatever, cool. That gets you hyped up, whatever. Stop wasting that fucking energy if you can't prolong it into the later rounds, which he's never had that problem before. So I cut him some slack. But man, it just seemed like that was not Brandon Moreno, dude. To be 32 and fight like you're 42, it looked just as bad against Tyra, man. He just seemed to be waiting too long. It seemed like he was wanting to download shit like Piotr Jan. He's not Piotr Jan. He's best when he's pushing the pace. I mean, he had success against the clinch a little bit, but Lohner was able to get him in the fucking bicep grip and just hold him in there and just keep patterning his face. That's not the Brandon Moreno none of us know, man. I've never seen him fight that poor of a performance, man. He's had so much success against all these young guys, even some of the vets. I mean, hasn't been finished in a while besides Tyra. I don't know what happened in there, man, but it made me lose a lot of faith in him because it's the second straight performance that was flat.
Yeah,
And then
I can see that.
my third was Edgar Chairez for the same reason, but he's really on there more so just because I feel like it might have been elevation. Obviously, I could throw Jose Medina on there, but I don't rate that fucking guy. I don't rate that fucking guy anywhere in the list. We could say maybe fucking Kevin Borjas, but same thing. I don't really care for him. Everybody else was kind of fucking meh. But that was the three I had for lost stock. Who did you have?
Top of my list, El Huber.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna get into a little bit of heartbreak. It's got to be Cheeto. You
Yeah,
know, it's got to be Cheeto. Cheeto knows exactly what he needs to do to win these fights. And he's not doing it. He's doing the opposite. He's waiting too long. And if Cheeto of old is ever to come back, he needs to change everything. He needs to be uber aggressive from the jump. He's still got finishing power. He's still got speed. He needs to utilize it going forward, or we're going to be looking at a Cheeto that's probably not going to be in the UFC too much longer.
I agree.
And I mean, Motinho is,
Yeah.
man,
I wanted to put him
what
on mine so bad, but I didn't because I didn't have that much faith in him to begin with. But
you know, I think Dana White just sends this guy in here to get smoked. At this point, he's had opportunity after opportunity to prove himself, and he's getting sauced, man. I don't think we're going to see him back in the UFC.
I don't
I
think we
think
should. I really don't
yeah,
think we should.
we've seen too many opportunities, very low fight IQ. I mean, I feel like I can get in there and whoop up on Matinho. I mean,
You better
I'm being
chill,
dead on.
man.
I'm being so honest.
He's
I
coming after your
100%
ass.
believe that. You know, so many opportunities, every opportunity in the world. I mean, he's got that chance to fight some big names too. I mean, this guy, I don't think we'll be seeing him back.
Yeah,
And
I'm 100% with you, man.
as we get into gain stock, we definitely got some big gainers tonight. I'm gonna go number one. I got Pinas. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
hard hitting.
You like talking about Pinas?
That's a hard hitting Pinas. That Pinas will put you to bed, son. You play with that Pinas too long, you're going to sleep.
Oh my
Uh,
god, that is a horrible fucking one-liner. Jesus.
I mean, this guy's the real deal, man. I'm looking forward to his next fight. You know, he's got some stopping power. He's got a funny name. He's fun to watch, and yeah, we'll be tuning in for his next fight. Going
I
into
like
number
yeah.
Yeah, going into number two, I'm going to go Kavanaugh. You know, Kavanaugh walked in there in Mexico and beat the hometown hero. That guy, he's got phenomenal striking. Him versus Joshua Van is going to happen more than likely, and that's going to be a banger. Um, and I love these boys from London. I mean, we got a lot of cool kids from the UK, London. You know, what's that other town? What's the town Patty's
Manchester,
from?
Manchester,
Um,
fucking
wherever the
Liverpool.
yeah, Liverpool, wherever the scouts are from, keep bringing those guys in, man.
Yeah.
And then I'm actually going to finish with Edgar Chares, because when you look at who he's fought, he's only lost to elite guys.
Yeah.
This is his third win in the UFC. And, you know, he finished 2 by submission. And then he fought at elevation and he didn't look on top of his game, but he still
Yeah.
didn't lose.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm looking at who he's lost to, Joshua Van,
Tatsuro
Tatsuru
Taira.
Taira, those are the only guys that have beaten him. You know, he finds a way to win. Even though he looked very sluggish in this last match, he's probably going to get a ranked opponent next. And I'm looking forward to that. I mean,
I
boy,
think he deserves it.
he's got some skills on the ground, man, and I'm really looking forward to his next fight.
Yeah.
He's seen, you know, he came in the UFC a little aggressive, you know, kind of everywhere, but he seems like he's humbled down a little bit on the mic. Seems like a cool dude. I'm looking forward to his next performance.
I like Chairez, man. I really do. You know, looking at it, you know, he had a rough first round where Bunez had what 3-4 minutes of back control time on him, and maybe he came out in that second round just wanting to make sure he didn't go down 2 rounds in the third round. Maybe that's why he was timid going to that second round. You know, who knows? You know, but I don't rank Bunez very high, and that's where it kind of got me. But I'm with you. I think he deserves a ranked opponent. I think the guy is entertaining as hell, and I don't hate your take on that at all, man. He's a fucking easy guy to like, man. He's a beast, dude. I mean, them shots and combos that he was putting on when he was putting them out were phenomenal. I mean, he was fucking dude's liver up bad. I thought for sure he was gonna get a body finish, but he ran out of time, man. They don't lose, they just ran out of time.
You
But
know,
yeah,
so
I agree
let's
with
get
you on all
into
three of them.
who does Dakota think gained
All
some
right,
stock
so
over the
let's
weekend.
be real here. Number one, obviously, is Launer Kavanaugh.
Hundred
Uh,
percent.
Everything he did was amazing, and the best part was he did it with Bisping glazing him the entire time. That doesn't happen very often. I mean, it happens all the time that he's glazing the English fighters, but it usually doesn't work out well for the fighters. Kavanaugh, from the very first fucking horn, came out and just did exactly what needed to be. I think he hit Moreno with 5 straight hard leg kicks, you know, and Moreno had leg damage not even 2 minutes into the first round. That's smart fighting at flyweight, you know. Not everybody has the power to equalize in their hands, but everybody at flyweight has the power to equalize in their legs, you know. And he was beating Charles Johnson. He was beating Charles Johnson, and he got caught stepping out because he was fatigued. I was very impressed with the way he wasn't even breathing heavy after the fifth round. At elevation on 3 weeks' notice, and the guy that he was prepping for beforehand was fucking Bruno Silva. So Bruno Silva better be taking a deep sigh of relief, man, for real, because that was his ass whooping. That was intended for him, man. You know, let's
Yeah.
be honest. And Brandon Moreno got it instead. I mean, he fucking took it was like the Space Jam Monstars, dude. He touched Moreno one time and took all of his skill, dude. It was fucking wild. I loved every bit of that performance. Would I have liked to make some money off of Moreno win? Sure. But Loner Kavanaugh, I've been a fan of since the Jose Ochoa fight. Both of them dudes banged out. And man, he just didn't look like he was in trouble at any point in time in this fight. I mean, Moreno gets him up against the cage, and arguably I thought Herb Dean should have stopped it more times than he did. Because there wasn't nothing going on. Moreno wasn't elbowing the thighs, he wasn't stomping the feet, he wasn't kneeing the thighs, he wasn't doing anything. It was initiating the exchanges, holding the bicep, punching Moreno in the chin, you know. So I think that dude's stock has just been being number 6 in the division. I would love to see him fight anybody in the top 5.
Yeah,
Manel Cop. I want to see him versus Royval next, to be 100% honest with you. Older
yeah, that'd be a
Kavanaugh and
great
Brandon
fight.
Royval be an amazing fight. You know, maybe we seen Royval get the knees out. Who knows? But I got Loner for a good little while, man. I don't think he's going to be champ as long as Tatsuro Tyron's there. But I definitely like Loner Kavanaugh a lot, man. And I'm anxious to see how he handles this top 5. The only thing that gets me is him and Van both jumped the list. Now it's like a UFC my career. You're going to be fighting killers for the rest of your career, you know? So
Yeah, yeah,
he's definitely the one that I like the most off this card, though. Number 2, Imanol Rodriguez. I know it sounds crazy because he got hurt in the first round, but I'm personal with him. I fuck with Imanol a lot. I like the way he bounced back from that early adversity. I liked his aggressiveness after getting hurt. He just jumped right back into the fire after he stumbled twice, jumped right back into the fire. His power's been there. I'm glad to see that it carried later into the second round because that was what I was worried about with these younger guys is the power being there. I'm pretty sure a lot of his knockouts come in the second round, to be honest. But I was happy about it. And I'm not a big Kevin Borjas guy. I thought he was overrated, but he caught him. He caught him a little bit and then got caught himself. So I thought
yeah.
that was an entertaining fight as long as it lasted. I was surprised that they didn't give them fight of the night for that one. They gave it to honestly, who's number 3 on my gain stock, Gina Tureen, man. I know it's gonna
Okay,
sound crazy because it's women's MMA. You're gonna sit here and be like, all right, time to end this episode.
dude,
But
I love the women's MMA.
yeah, me too.
26 days until the return of Macy Barber's son.
I seen
My
that
goat.
I seen that, you horny son of a bitch. Nah,
Not for that
I
reason.
just play with you. No, I think it's actually 25. I don't know. I seen that post today too. I don't know,
25,
something like
25.
that. But who's she fighting next? By the way.
Alexa Grasso.
Oh no! See now I'm tuning in for those reasons because Alexa Grasso is my baby dog. Anyways, yeah, Regina Tureen taking the fight on what 3 days notice,
Yeah, I believe so. She came in a little
coming in,
chunk, a
yeah,
little bit chunky.
coming in at a catch weight. It's still only 5 pounds. It wasn't terrible. For 3 days
Hmm.
notice, not bad at all. Still make that weight. I thought she was gonna go make 130. She came in number 1 pound for pound women's Mexican fighter in Mexico. And not only that, she just had a tryout for WWE, I believe, last month. So she was trying all avenues, thinking maybe that her shit wasn't going to work out. And MMA comes out, she dominates, however you pronounce that fucking girl's name. And now you're going to try Caricatate, whatever fucking chemical that is that she's named after. I don't fucking know, but she yeah, she came out and just the pace that she put, dude, the pace is what impressed me. Okay, she put on a pace that looked a lot like Natalia Silva, but it was a little more entertaining. You know, I didn't get a little frustrated with it. I like the aggressiveness that she had a lot more than Natalia Silva. And I get it, Natalia Silva is a pristine version. But Regina Tureen really earned my respect in that fight, man. 3 days notice, came out, kicked that bitch's ass, did it convincingly. I thought it was a 30-27 easily. I don't know what the scorecards gave it, but she earned some respect in my opinion, to be honest. Women's flyweight is all up and down, especially looking at fucking Carly Judas shit in the bed. So I really fuck with that, man. 3 days notice. I give it to anybody 3 days notice, man. I would.
Yeah, 100%, man, hundred
But
percent.
was there any other fights that caught your eye this card? I know there were some finishes early with Pinas. Marshall did what I thought he was gonna do. Javier Reyes caught my eye a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, that's the guy I watched fight here. I was impressed to see him get a first round knockout, and that was a buzzer beater first round knockout. That was impressive. Tino and Quinones, we don't need to talk about that shit fest anymore. Quinones, man, had to turn to grappler to win a fight. I just hate that. Chalson and Perez, what'd you think of that?
Um, I mean that it really wasn't a great fight. You know, Chasson had some control time. but nothing really eye catching for that fight. I'm excited to see like Perez
Yeah,
fight again. I know all
yeah.
the goon monsters are trying to match up her and Tracy Cortez. I
Yeah.
think Tracy Cortez wipes the floor with that girl, man.
I don't know, man.
She's gonna beat her up with the fake eyelashes, everything.
Tracy Cortez ain't been looking that good, but I mean, I'm here for it, man. I love that Aaron Blanchfield kicked her ass last time out. And then fucking Ryan Gondra obviously smoked Medina. Santiago Luna and Angel Pacheco. Did you enjoy that fight?
I did. Pacheco
I did.
looked he looked like dog. I mean, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
fun fight to watch.
I keep forgetting that Luna is 21 years old, man. That is something that just I always seem to forget. So, I cut him some slack for having just a little bit of a I mean, I didn't think his performance was bad at all. He was trying to finish the guy. He just couldn't get him out of there, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, so that covers that. Now let's talk about the juicy shit, dude. I just
yeah,
finally watched the entirety of the Ilya Jake Paul shit, bro. And I am begging Dana White. Dana, if you see this and you want somebody to beg, please, please give Ilya and Jake Paul a boxing match. Please. And then give them a fucking UFC fight. I know he's 100 pounds bigger. I don't give a fuck, man. Jake Paul's not like that. Before I even get into all that, I found everything he said hilarious, how he was discrediting UFC fighters' boxing skill. But in his last boxing match, he's taken down Anthony Joshua. He's literally shooting for takedowns after 3 rounds. I found that fucking
yeah.
hilarious, dude. Like, you're literally shooting single leg takedowns because you're scared of the power. And you're bragging about lasting 8 rounds. And 4 of them rounds, you were literally doing MMA shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
Fucking hilarious.
typically don't mind Jake Paul. I've always, I mean, everything that he's done's been super entertaining. I mean, to come out
Mm,
of nowhere and then knock out Ben Askren, knock out Tyron Woodley. I mean, it was really cool to watch. I've liked Jake Paul on his
yeah.
boxing come up, but lately he's just got I lost some respect on the Tyson fight. That was ridiculous.
Just a
Um,
horrible, horrible put.
yeah.
I mean, you're about to lose it for Floyd too. Floyd's about to fight that motherfucker. I mean,
He just, I don't know, man. That seemed like a predatory moment for Jake
mhm.
Paul because I was watching that stream live, and Ilya, he doesn't speak that great of English, but he's trying. He's
Yeah,
having a good time with Aiden Ross, and Jake Paul just came in and ruined that whole vibe.
yeah,
Like it was just, just talking about money, and then you can really see like the humility of Ilya, and just like, hey man, like you're so obsessed with showing what you have, what you can do. Like I'm more just, I'm not like that. I don't want to talk about that. I
mhm,
think Jake Paul was just acting like just a clout vulture in that moment. That was like super lame that he came in there and ruined that whole vibe. I don't think Ilya should even give him the time of day because, I mean, in all honesty, if 220 pound, 6'1" Jake Paul out of nowhere punches Ilya to pour you right in the face, I don't want to see a freaking dumb injury off of that.
yeah. And I feel that.
But
I feel that. Like a fucking Armin Sarukian backlash or fucking lash out like he did Dan Hooker.
yeah, call out
Yeah,
Michael Morales. Hey,
dude,
you want to call out somebody? Go call
dude.
out that guy.
Bro, Michael Morales boxing is so underrated too, bro. Like everybody is like just discrediting every part of him. I don't know how anybody can discredit his boxing. I love that fucking guy, man.
Yeah,
I will go to war for that fucking guy. All right. I love Michael Morales, dude. Jake Paul, you pussy. You hear this box me, bitch. I'm all for it. I'll fuck your job some more, dude. And I ain't got no training. I'm throwing a knee in the boxing match. I'm gonna cheat. The hardest that I can cheat. I swear to God. But yeah, no, I like everything you said about that, man. Ilya's a billionaire, and Jake Paul seems to think that he wants to fight for more money. And he's just like, I have it. I don't need that. I don't need a private jet. I don't need to tell everybody I'm the greatest because my dad doesn't love me and shit like that. And you're 100% right. He was just sitting there. He was just dictating the conversation and just talking over Ilya. And Ilya doesn't speak the greatest English. And so he was like, "What do you mean you boxed your dad?" At one point, I was like, "Fuck, Ilya." I was like, "Just listen, dude. Just stop talking to this fucking guy, man."
yeah. I
It,
wish
it,
Aiden
and
Ross just hung up that phone. That was super lame.
Aiden Ross should have never made that fucking phone call, dude. He's literally like, "Yeah, Jake Paul here. Let me call him real quick." I was like, "Dude, why are you calling this fucking guy?" And then,
Jake Paul called him.
oh, he
He
did.
was like,
Okay,
yeah, he's like, Jake Paul's calling me right now.
Ah, okay, that's what
Yeah,
it was. But
yeah.
yeah,
No,
fucking culture vulture Jake Paul. I'm not
yeah,
surprised. One thing I did like out of it is Ilya was asked about Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Crawford, and he was like, "I fucking put both of them on their ass in the cage, 2 versus 1." He's like, "I'll
oh,
take
yeah.
Shakur Stevenson out in the ring." He was like, "If there's all three of us in the room and that bed needs to be made, who do you think's making that bed?" I was like, "Dude, Ilya can talk. He's a little bit better at shit talking now, man. He's said that shit like he was in prison, bro." I was like, "Ooh, damn."
Yeah, I think Ilya should like lean more on the, because you could really tell he was trying hard to be like the antagonist during the Volk buildup.
Right.
Everything just kind of looked forced. I think if he leans more into him being like this like wholesome, humble guy that can also talk a little shit, I think it's cooler. I think it's a better vibe for him because when
Mhm.
he tries to act like a villain, like we know Ilya is not a villain. I do believe he hates Islam. So I don't think
I
that
mean,
that will. I
that
don't
was
think
a
that will be
mm,
faked. But
yeah, that was an interesting part of the interview too. He's like, I just will fuck that guy up. He went off on everybody. He said Islam, Armin said both of them weren't ain't shit. That he'll fuck them both up. As a bad guy, he definitely fights like a bad guy. He's beat up every motherfucker that I love. I mean, from Josh Emmett to fucking Max Holloway to Charles Oliveira to Volk. He's destroyed all of them without even it being. I don't even know if they've even fucking won a round against the guy.
yeah,
I know Max definitely won a round or two against
yeah,
Ilya.
Max looked
I'll say
good.
Max looked good until he got caught. I was just talking to my homie about that today. So, but even in that fight, Ilya just was like, "I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna fucking get you, buddy."
Yeah,
He stuck to his word too. He came out and
the monster.
pointed right at the fucking floor. I was like, "Come on, Max, let's just bang right here, dude." Max was like, "Nah, we're gonna go around the lines." No disrespect to either guy, but I fucking love Ilya. But he called out, said he wants to fight Connor. I think that's devilish, and I'm all for it. Anytime you can, see Conor McGregor take a couple L's, I find a little enjoyment in that. I hate to be that guy, but just it's funny. He gets so fucking mad.
Oh, then you threw somebody's name out there who had an interesting weekend. Oh,
Yeah,
Armin Sarukian, son,
yeah, that whole
put
situation, dude.
felt the ass.
Did you watch the match? I didn't even know what was going on. I hate that they do all this shit while UFC has their stuff going on because I don't have 4 TVs downstairs.
I watched the clips. So originally I saw the clip of Armand, take him to the ground, hitting him with a knee, and then hitting him with a punch, and then an illegal knee to a grounded opponent.
Yep.
If we're talking UFC, but then I went back and watched that punk was throwing his hands in Armin's face,
Yeah.
slapping him, eye gouging him. That
Yeah.
kid got what he had coming to him. There was 12 Armenians
Yeah.
ran out there, and
Yep.
one of them smoked that kid's
Dude.
dad, and his
Yeah.
brother was out there.
He said they smoked his dad. You fucking I love this. I love this mean streak you got, James. It makes me
Yeah, man. I
glad I'm
that
not the
big
only psycho.
big ups to Armin, man. That guy got what he deserved. I think it's good for Raf. That just
Hmm.
brought a ton of more exposure, and they've already been putting on great shows. They've
Yeah.
got like really good names, really good matchups. I think that Raf can be something big. I
I like it.
honestly do.
I
If
like the
UFC
product.
fighters who are technically the best, most skilled fighters in the world, a lot of them have wrestling. You can put on these mega fights and Raf. I mean, it's fun to watch wrestling like that. I didn't really get into it until this year,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it
It's a
is
hard
fun to
watch
watch.
watching like collegiate wrestling, right? In person if you don't know what you're watching. But with Raph, you're getting everybody in there, and you've got Eric Bischoff fucking managing it with Chael Sonnen. Okay, you got the dude who had WCW at its peak for 2 or 3 years is helping promote this shit, and Ben Askren is helping promote it, and Chael Sonnen's the commentator. Also, Chael pissed me off because one of them fucking eye pokes. He was like, "That's just wrestling to me. That looks like just wrestling to me." I'm like, you motherfucker, you get the fuck out of here. You know it's not
Yeah.
wrestling, bro. You don't poke guys in the like the slapping or whatever. Okay, maybe I don't know. I don't watch wrestling. But I mean, he kept mugging a top ranked UFC fighter. He had to
Yep.
have known that the fucking ass whooping was coming. At least, and props to Armin for waiting until the fucking match was over. Because if I was Armin, I'd have just started beating the shit out of him. I mean, that dude he is just fucking like intolerable is the word I can think of that fucking guy.
Yeah.
I mean, his videos are
Well,
annoying.
we've got good news because they have a confirmed
Hmm.
rematch going down for Hype Brazil, I
Yeah.
believe it is.
Yeah, RAF didn't
Um,
want to touch the rematch. They said they didn't want nothing to do with the rematch. They said it's bad for the sport. They said I don't even want to have even. They said we don't believe there's no such thing as bad publicity. We think all of that was horrible. There was children in the building. None of them were at risk, but we don't want this image getting put out. I was like, wow, wow, motherfucker, get out of here, dude. Like, who cares?
well, now they get to go at it in another promotion. And Buddy's
They
talking
do.
about talking to Dana White, trying to get a
Yeah,
UFC fight.
I seen
I'm like,
that. Well, you go ahead and call Dana, bro. You go ahead and call Dana and watch him laugh in your fucking face. Because as disappointed as he is with Armin, he's gonna tell that kid straight up, "You're the dumbass that provoked him. You're the one that kept poking him in the eye. You're the one that kept slapping him." And the thing that had me fucking dead is the end of the fucking night. He's doing a video talking shit to Armin. He's like in a neck brace. He's like,
I don't
he's like,
know.
he's like, he's like, fuck you, Armin Sarukian. I just want you to know you're a bitch. And by the way, I still won. I didn't get taken down. I didn't get taken down. I just got pushed over a little bit.
Such a sissy.
I was like, dude, like your fucking pecs look like they're fucking 40 cc's of fucking
That dude's definitely
silicone.
juiced.
Like you look like you got silicone titties and you're calling out a fucking billionaire who does this shit for fun. He don't do this for money. He does it because he's nuts, man. He headbutted fucking Dan Hooker at weigh-ins. He doesn't care if the fights ever happen, man. I mean, it was just that dude's such a fucking goofball. I loved every bit of that, man. And then to watch his brother's a bitch too, because as soon as the fight was over, his brother started swinging on some more of Armin's boys, got double leg, caught an elbow. And I'm not a big advocate for UFC fighters whooping up on people outside of it, but Khamzat Chimaev was like, "They're lucky I'm not there, man." He's like, "They're lucky I'm not." I'm like,
Dude.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Dude, they are lucky you're not there. You done fucked up all 8 of them motherfuckers by yourself, dude." I mean, that.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Can you
Hosma
imagine?
would have he would have murdered somebody, man.
Imagine they
Armin
get
was like,
dude.
who's crazier, you or Cosma? And he's like, definitely Hosma.
Yeah, yeah. And imagine the RAF gives that dude a wrestling match, dude.
I think
I'm here
whoever he
for
would
it.
wrestle against, they would be scared to accidentally foul him.
Yes,
And then he would
entirely.
break their jaw. Something like that.
You know what I would be all for? Because you know Gable Stevenson's gonna work his way around this shit. He already had talks about it. Get Gable Stevenson versus Khamzat Chimaev, RAF wrestling match. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude, that would be
I'm
sick.
I'm so here for it, bro. Not only that, Aljamain Sterling had a match there, and it got overshadowed with everything that went down. I don't even know if Aljamain won his match or not. I don't know what happened,
I
but
don't know.
he went on a tirade. Did you see how pissed off he was?
Yeah, I saw he
Yeah.
was pissed.
He was sending strays at everybody, dude. Michael Chandler, fucking Diego Lopez. He was like, Diego Lopez got another title shot that he didn't deserve and fought worse the second time around. He's like, I mean, fuck, dude. He's like, my striking's better than everybody's right now.
I like Aljo, man. I feel
I
like
do
if
too.
Aljo just shut up to the UFC, they would mess with him more, man. Like they would
Yeah.
give him better opportunities, but he just shut up. Like he just so victim card all the time, and it
Yeah.
just sucks
All
because
the time, bro.
Aljo's cool people, and he has been screwed over. I
Yeah, that's
agree,
I
he's
agree.
been screwed over, but I mean, like, shut up,
Yeah.
shut up, Aljo. We
He
love
don't
you. Please shut up.
yeah, he don't know what shut up means, unfortunately. The guy just likes to give his point of view and that be that. And I love Aljo for that, but at the same time, it's like, buddy, they don't care how mad you are. Like, and he was sitting there. He's like, he's like, I want to be the backup for the next title fight or for the UFC London. And he's like, I want them to be known that I'm that guy. And arguably, I don't hate that tape because I think Aljo did the best against Mobsar. Excuse me, of anybody that Mobsar has fought. Still wasn't. I mean, I think it was close. Still wasn't that impressive of a showing. But I mean, he's pissed that he found out that John Silva's the backup for UFC London. I'm like, how can you be mad at that? You're talking about the guy who brings in the clicks, talking about the guy who brings in the chicks, brings in the money. He has an entertaining fight. I mean, he's doing streams with Nina Drama. Meanwhile, you're nothing wrong with having your nose on the grind or whatever, but they don't care about that anymore, man. Merit doesn't seem to matter in this sport anymore, and it sucks. But Aljo's also older too, so I get why he's calling for these shots and stuff. But you can't call for a title shot after getting hurt by Brian Ortega in 2026. You just can't, man.
Yeah. We're gonna see what's next for Aljo. Be right back.
I got faith in that boy. I got faith in him, man. He's gonna do good, dude. I just don't know who they're gonna give him.
Oh, crap.
If I'm being 100% honest, man. Yeah, I don't know who they could give him, man. I really don't. Everybody else is booked up. I mean, Yair and Aljo might be entertaining. I fuck with that a little bit, but
Oh. I think Aljo beats these guys, man. I think Aljo just needs to just stop talking so much, you
he
know?
needs a finish, man. He needs a finish for certain. That has to happen. You know, I think that has to happen for him to get into the title conversation. Got to finish. Mobsar, you know, even though he's boring, nobody has really even gave him adversity besides Aljo, so that's why he's getting the shot. But the dude don't ever fucking stay healthy, so it doesn't matter. He'll get a title shot and back out of it. So. Oh, speaking of which, remember we called a couple weeks ago. We were talking about Aaron Pico floating around, man. Aaron Pico fighting Patricio Pitbull. I actually called for that fight a couple weeks ago on one of these episodes. I don't know which one, but I was ready for that, and I'm glad that they fucking booked that fight, man. Aljo also was pissed at that fight too. He called it the Bellator fight, but I think it's a good fight for both guys. I like Patricio. I like Pico. I think both of them want to make a stand at the UFC, and their skill sets are the same. So let them fucking fight, dude.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, how long does it say that you've been recording?
4109. It said over here that it had stopped recording for you, but it still says we're going for 41 minutes, so we're good.
Okay. I had an alarm go off. It was the Macy Barber, make a Macy Barber tweet.
Uh,
I'm counting down the days, dude. I'm hoping Macy Barber gives us a follow. Listen, man, Macy Barber, you are my all-time favorite women's MMA fighter. Like, hands down, you go in there, you're like this mixture of Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje when it comes to women's MMA. Always put up a fight. Got these crazy health issues that have like hindered you in the past, but son, I just know you're gonna get in there and you're gonna beat the shit out of Alexa Grasso, and I'm here for it. I'm so here for it, Macy.
I am
Number one biggest fan, hands down.
I'm gonna ruin your call out because Alexa Grasso has been a piece her up.
Alexa Grasso's done, dog. She's done.
Get the fuck out of here. If anybody's done, it's Macy Barber. Get out of here. Alexa ain't that old. Alexa ain't that old, bro. Nah, look, we gotta. You know what?
I just went back and watched the Macy Barber fights just to reminisce, man. She's a dog. She's a dog, dude. I'm telling you, Alexa Grasso is gonna walk out there bloody.
Well, yeah, I mean maybe, but it's gonna be Macy Barber's blood.
No,
Macy Barber's still at a good age of 27 in this division, but I'm gonna be real with you, dog. Alexa Grasso's taking that. But I'll lie and say Macy Barber, you know, go ahead, give us a follow, man. Let's get your take on it. Hell, you could put James in a fucking anaconda choke and say it was my fault. I don't care. Fucking, he's willing to take that for the team. Alexa Grasso, if you hear this, you can put me in an anaconda choke.
But let's get to the elephant in the room, son.
That's right.
We're talking UFC 326.
Yes, sir. And I just gotta ask you this because I'm starting to notice a pattern here. Are the BMF title fight cards, are they a little let me rephrase that. The BMF title fight pay-per-views, are they booked a little underwhelmingly, or are we just seeing more and more new talent get thrown on these cards? Because, well, okay, you know, I don't know, man.
I loved the last BMF card.
I did too.
That card was a banger, bro.
I did too.
And I'm actually, you know, looking at these fights, man, and doing some homework on these guys. I think this is going to be a great fight. Great fight card, and I think we should switch it up a little bit. Hit main card first, and then we'll get into the prelims.
Yeah, let's go what we know first, and then go into the new guys. Cool, because I'm definitely down to talk about a couple of the first fights. I just did some research while on the computer here with you. So, obviously, we got the elephant in the room. Fucking Blessed Express taking on Bronx. This has got to be fight of the year, right?
Something close to it.
I mean,
you know, besides Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll agree with you on that. That's gonna be a banger.
We are looking at golly, like most significant strikes ever in the UFC versus most or
Finishes,
close
performances,
to, yeah,
bonuses,
finishes, performances, bonus, submissions, Charles
submissions.
Oliveira.
Yeah, first
This is
round
going to
submission.
be something else.
I think he's got the most fight of the is either fight of the nights or most performance of the nights. I can't remember, but he's got like 4 or 5 UFC records to all to himself, man. So everybody's with that. I'm with that. If you don't like Dubrovs, you might just be Hitler. That's how I feel about it. Um, hate to be that wild, but that's just how I feel. But yeah, this is every fan's fight of the year, at least going into it. I really hope nothing happens like it did in the first one, because man, could you imagine if no fuckery happened with Charles' body and we got that fight the first time?
Yeah, but also, I mean, I think that Charles was a different fighter back then.
Mm-hmm.
He did run into some issues where he seemed to, kind of break in there.
Yep,
I don't think Charles is that same guy anymore. I mean, he's looking good. He dominated Gamrot in his last
easily.
fight. And before he took his loss to Islam, he went on an 11 fight streak. Since he's 3-3, but you look
Yeah.
at who he's lost to. He's lost to Islam, Armin, and Taporia. And all those are elite guys.
Armin was kind of, everybody has their own opinion of the Armin fight. Me personally, I thought Armin won, but everybody has a different opinion about the Armin fight. Some people think Charles won, or some people think Armin won. Excuse me. Both dudes beat the hell out of Benil Darush and then put on a war that I enjoyed. So, but yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, man. And their first fight was at 145, right?
I believe so. It was back, yeah,
Yeah,
because that was Max's division.
yeah, because Charles had been notorious for having issues at 145, man. He just would have something go wrong with his health mid-fight, and he wouldn't talk about it until after the fight. So I'm glad that he moved to lightweight. I'm glad that the success he's had. I love that this is for the BMF, because arguably you could say Charles Oliveira is the baddest motherfucker on the planet, dude. Little blonde hair fucking Brazilian badass, dude. He actually said that dyeing his hair blonde is making him go bald. I hate that.
So
I would like to see him go silver or fucking gold like Shelton Benjamin. But I guess we'll wait till he gets the belt or whatever. I think if he gets the BMF belt, dude, he's got to dye his hair silver to match the fucking belt, bro. Be real with you. That's what I think he
yeah.
should. But
Well, when this fight was first announced, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Because when I look at the BMF belt, I think of BMF guys as in like Nate Diaz, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, like goes guys that go out there and have wars. Even like
mhm.
throw Dan Hooker in there, but I'm talking like
Yeah,
wars, throw
yeah,
down wars. I wasn't the biggest fan of it because I didn't think that Charles Oliveira represented that. But going back and looking at it, when you look at his story, when you look at who he's fought, so many finishes. I mean, I do think that it lines up with his legacy.
I
I'm
agree.
looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to just people. Since people discredit Taporia's title reign and
Hmm.
say that he's beat washed guys. I
Hmm.
think that's a load of
I hate
nonsense.
that
You
shit,
look
man.
you look at what Volk's doing right now. You look at what Max is doing. Let me tell you. So Max went on a 14 fight win streak in the featherweight division before losing to Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Since 2023, he hasn't been beating scrubs. He beat Arnold Allen. He beat Korean Zombie. Okay, that guy's getting a little old, but he's also beaten
Yair
Dustin
Rodriguez,
Poirier.
Yair
Yep, and
Rodriguez, Dustin Poirier. There's a
Justin
lot
Gaethje.
more. Yeah, knocked out Justin Gaethje. I mean, he won rounds, in my opinion. He was up 2-1 on Ilya going into the third. Or, sorry, at the end of the third when he got caught, I thought that was Ilya's round, and then Ilya obviously fucking knocked him out. But Max's resume speaks for itself. I mean, the dude has kicked everybody's ass at featherweight without even having the belt, and then the only guy to ever already have lost a rivalry get a third title shot. Like Volk, and not to discredit Max, but then look at Volk. Look at Volk's resume. I mean, Diego Lopez is basically Max Holloway made over. He's only lost to Volk, and he can't get past him neither. You know, so that narrative I think is so fucking stupid because it's just casuals who want to watch, who are either Conor McGregor fanboys and they're mad that Ilya has emulated, if not exacerbated, the success that Conor McGregor has. You know, he doesn't have the pay-per-view buys because he doesn't speak the best English, and he's a motivational guy after his wins, and he's kissing guys on the face, and he's not sitting there, he's, smelling a fucking rose like he's a French fucking, monarch. I don't fucking know, but he's must see TV, man. At the end of the day, I mean, Josh Emmett was arguably in the prime of his career when he beat the fuck out of Josh Emmett. Volk was
Yeah.
arguably he started Volk's downfall. Volk arguably beat Islam. They told him wait on the second fight, and then he got out on like 12 days notice. Islam knocked him out on 12 days notice. I guess you could say Islam started his downfall, really. And then Ilya sent him into oblivion, took his belt. Volk only has the belt because Ilya's gone. Like,
Yeah, and since then, Volk's beat. Look at Volk. He's done great.
made it easy.
Max Holloway has only lost in his entire UFC career. He's lost to 4 people: Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Ilya Taporia, and
Alexander
some guy
Volkanovski.
named Bermudez from like way back in the day. But
Dennis
I mean, that's it.
Bermudez. Yeah, well, that's actually 5 then because you forgot Volk.
Oh yeah, Volkanovski.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, Dennis the Bazooka Bermudez. Yeah, he was on Ultimate Fighter. But yeah, it was young Max too. So who cares?
Yeah.
It's Max at 22, 21 years old coming to the UFC, and I mean, whatever. Who cares? People lose the flukes all the time, man. I mean, fucking Colby Covington lost to Warley Silva or some shit by like submission back in like 6 or 7 years ago. So it happens. You people lose the frauds. Fucking, who cares? But yeah, no, that whole narrative I think is so stupid, bro. I don't think anybody is that actually watches this sport and follows it and appreciates the workload. I got a bunch of buddies all the time that say dudes are washed. But I'm sorry, Volk broke the wash narrative a long time ago. Nobody's
No.
had a title reign at 35 years old that wasn't at heavyweight. Let's be honest. Maybe John Jones at light heavyweight, but it's fucking John Jones. So that whole narrative I think is the funniest fucking coping mechanism that Conor McGregor fanboys use to try to keep him elevated above Ilya Topuria on the GOAT list. But no, yeah, it's fucking goofy, man. Who do you got in this fight? That's my question.
I'm gonna go Max. I think Max is unbeatable at lightweight right now.
I agree.
Max at
Well,
lightweight,
with that being said,
ridiculous.
do you think Max beats Ilya at 155?
I don't think he gets knocked out again. I think
Yeah.
we might go to decision. We might see Ilya go to decision.
I
But
think it does better that Justin Gaethje has a chance.
yeah.
So Gaethje got caught.
100%.
Hey, Justin Gaethje got caught by
100%.
Neon on stream yesterday. Neon counterattacked Justin Gaethje,
I saw
and
that.
it was clean. And Neon immediately regretted it. He goes, and
He's like, what have I done?
yeah, imagine Ilya seeing that. He's like, oh, this guy is fucking mincemeat. He just showed me his opening. Obviously, Gaethje's fucking around, but at the same time, it's like if you think that's bad, wait till Ilya gets a hold of that opening. So I
Yeah,
agree
that's
with you. I
facts.
got Max, bro. I got Max here. I'd be surprised if Charles Oliveira does the impossible, takes his back, and chokes him out and makes him tap. Not at all. But Max is notoriously hard to take down. When's the last time we seen Max take it down, bro?
So I don't know, man. It's been a
I
minute.
can't remember. The only time I've seen him on his back in the last 10 years was knocked out by Topura and knocked down by Poirier at the end of round 2 in their fight last time.
Yeah.
I don't believe Charles Oliveira's boxing is that crisp as everybody wants it to be. It's nice. His counter striking's nice, but it's because he's so like it almost seems like he does the wrong thing to get them advances. Like when he's fighting Chandler, he's throwing a punch that he's pulling away and sliding his body in and coming in with another hit. And it's Michael fucking Chandler on top of that. So and that's not discrediting Charles. I love unorthodox fighters. I love unorthodox boxers. They are the prime of the UFC, in my opinion. But I think Max Holloway going to tear Charles' legs up very early. I think he's going to leg kick the shit out of him. His leg kicks seem to be way worse at lightweight. I think the jab hits a lot harder at lightweight. We could see Charles Oliveira get knocked out 2 fights in a row, possibly. I'm a firm believer that could happen this weekend.
Yeah, I agree with that. As we get in,
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, dude. I'm going to be out with my homie on his birthday, And I'm telling you right now, I will flip the fucking bar from the nails that is fucking put into it if he knocks Charles Oliveira. I will turn into the Incredible fucking Hulk and yank that bitch out of the floor and be like, "Oh my god!" Like,
It's gonna be something, man. Dude, that would be pretty crazy if Charles got knocked out, man. But I mean, I can definitely I can see it happening. I really can. Charles does not have. I mean, when you touch Charles good, I mean, he falls at least.
yeah, and he at least wobbles. If he don't wobble, he bleeds and he gets busted very
Yeah,
fast. So
yeah,
I am very excited for this fight, man. It's a
dude, it's going to be a banger.
9 o'clock start time for the main card again. I like it. Let me go. Let's go. We could talk about these guys all day, so let's go ahead and save ourselves both just a little bit of time. Who do you have in the co-main, bro?
Kaya,
I have
a
Kyle as well.
1,000,000%
Yes,
Kaya.
I think so. RDR did an interview yesterday, and he said that he was glad that Fluffy dropped out of that fight, and not only that, he was glad that Kamzat was not the guy he was fighting. He was like, if you think that, and it might not even been Kamzat, but he was talking about somebody. It might have been Kyle. He was talking about somebody. He's like, if he's like, excuse me, he's like, I'm glad that wasn't the guy that I fought. He's like, because Brendan Allen kicked my ass, and not to discredit Brendan Allen. He's like, but if Brendan Allen could wear me down in 4 rounds, Kamzat Chimaev, Kyle Barrio, any of them guys are wearing me down in one. He's like, so I needed that. I needed that. It burnt me out. It showed me that I have to rest. And I don't like hearing that from a guy that's about to fight a aggressive pressure guy. You know, Kyle is a weird fighter. I like the way he fights though. I like all his weird tattoos. I like his fucking mannerisms. I like his training session looked intense the other day, man. His whole fucking gym is behind him for it. I do love that about the fighting nerds. I think we see RDR get finished for real this Saturday.
I can definitely see it happening. PR when I mean you look at he just got beat badly by Brendan Allen. But before that he beat Robert Whitaker. I think that was
Mm-hmm.
just a night where he was just on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that happening again. He just beat the brakes off of Cannonier.
He didn't look
I mean,
horrible against
you look,
Imavov neither until later rounds too. So that's the other
yeah,
thing.
he did get pieced up by Imavov,
Mm-hmm.
but like
Mm-hmm.
Kaio is one of those people that I think is super good. But his ceiling, I don't think he's gonna go. I don't think he's ever gonna be a champion. I don't think he's ever beaten like a top three guy. But I mean, I think that he is a hard test because he's so durable. He's a super durable guy.
Right.
He's got good cardio, good tank, good power. But I think that he definitely takes out RDR. But I don't see him like becoming champion anytime
Yeah.
soon.
If there was ever a chance for him to, it would be with Sean Strickland at champion status and Kamzat moved up. And even then, the pace that Sean Strickland sets, the takedown defense Sean Strickland has, and let's not forget DDP is in this fucking fold. I really hope that DDP was talking a lot today. By the way, I don't know if you see any of that. I haven't got to watch a lot of that.
I did.
I just seen clips like little quotes of it or whatever. But DDP is still somewhere in the fold too. I think winner of this fight needs to fight DDP. I'll be 100% honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely see that.
And
That's a great matchup.
Kyle versus DDP, bro, that would be interesting. RDR versus DDP going to go on record as the sloppiest fight of all time. No technique whatsoever. All headbutts, all fucking accidental fucking suplexes. Like that fight will be the silliest fight I've ever seen. I love DDP. I'm a DDP guy, but he fights like Tom and Jerry's drawing his strategy, bro. I'll be real with you. And it's just it's RDR is the same, man. RDR is like you taught the how do I say this without getting canceled? You taught the autistic kid how to fight, and he just did everything wrong, but it's working. Like I don't know how more to explain that, but yeah, I am a little more hyped for that fight than I am Max and Charles. I'm lying to myself. I'm not. I'm a Kyle guy. But I want to see Kyle knock this fucking dude out, bro. He's clearly don't got a gas tank after round 2.5. Um, if Whitaker had anything left after that overhand, RDR would have been flat on the canvas. He just laid on Whitaker for 2 rounds, and then Brandon Allen just cooked him. So give me Kyle with a submission win late round 3.
Okay, let's see that. Then before that fight, we got
Chee
Rob
wee
Font.
wee.
That's right.
Me and
Chewees.
Raul Rosas Jr. actually have the same length hair right now. It's kind of making me feel bad.
Dude,
If
I think we're gonna see Chewees get this thing done, dude.
I
You
mean,
know,
he
Rob
should.
Font,
He should.
yeah. Rob Font coming off a loss to Martinez. But then again, he's only really lost to elite fighters. You got like he's lost to Sanhagen, Figgy,
Cheeto
Aldo,
Vera.
Chi-
I knew I'd catch him with that one. He said, fucking Cheeto ain't elite no more, dog. Nah,
yeah, no
Cheeto,
more.
I don't care what anybody says. You ask me my top 10 fights, somewhere in that list is Rob Font versus Cheeto Vera. That is a spectacular fight from both guys, and both of them have their moments in it. I'm a Rob Font guy. I love fucking Rob Font, man. I love how whenever his back is against the wall and he should lose fights, that he turns guys around. So Kyler Phillips plus 300 in both of them fights. Major boy, a rich guy, them fights. With that being said, Raul Rosas, I am not sold on, but I have to come to terms with the fact that he is good and he is still a growing young man. At the time of this episode, he is. How old is this motherfucker? He's what? Oh, let's see.
I think he's 21 or 22.
I don't even know if he's 21 or 22. He might fucking be 20, dog. I don't remember. He was signed at 17. He is currently 21. You're right. He's just now able to drink alcohol. You know,
Yeah, and
so
he's on a 4-fight win streak, 6 wins by sub in his
I got to check out
career.
his last couple fights. Okay, so Vince Morales not the best win, but I don't hate it. He also seems to just be developing his, his grown man body. He beat a Ricky Long. All these are unanimous decision. He submitted Ricky Tercios. Fucking Terrence Mitchell, he knocked out here at UFC Louisville, and that's funny. They took off the C Rod. Oh no, there it is right there. Lost to C Rod after beating J Pair by submission. Yeah, like you said, 4-fight win streak. I am interested to see how Chewy Wee handles a guy like Rob Font, because Rob Font is kind of hard to take down unless you're Corey Sandhagen or who else? I don't know anybody else taking him down, really. I think everybody else is wanting to stay in the bang with him. I'm sure somebody has, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But Rob Font's a notorious guy for sending people back that should beat him. So I'm very interested to see how Raul Rosas gets at it early. If he just tries to get a standing submission, take the back. If he's going to try and heel hook him, take the leg, anything to get him to the ground. I know it's not his game for the most part, heel hooks and shit, but he's so young, man. I would not be surprised if this dude does a fucking Demetrius Johnson flying armbar. He's just he's so young. He says he wants to retire by 28, but he wants to have had 6 title defenses by then. I'm like, yo, that's a big plan, in a really, really deep division. I mean, this is the same division that what was this 135?
Mm-hmm.
This is the same division with guys like Sean O'Malley and Piotr Jan and fucking Merab Dvalishvili. That's a bold statement, and in 6 years they will really just now be getting out of their prime. Merab and Piotr maybe a little bit sooner, but it's a big bold statement, and I'm curious to see if he's going to back that up. I want to see him develop a little bit of a mean streak. I want to see him talk a lot more shit on the mic. I know it's kind of hard with his list, but I like Raul Rosas Jr. a little bit, not the most, because I think he was all hype coming in. But I am anxious to see how he does against Rob Font. I really am. I know I've said it like 5 times, but I've got major stock implications on this fight.
I'm really looking forward to it, dude. That guy, boy, he got a head on him, son. His head,
Mm-hmm.
I think if you put it next to the UFC belt, it's like same size. I mean, it's just he's 11-1. He's so young, but he's fighting. This is kind of like the Dalmatian Costa versus Dan Ige kind of
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
A guy that's been around for a while. Very, very sound fighter, high fight IQ, and then you got this young guy coming in who's looking hot. I do not think that Shawiwi's is the Dalmatian Costa.
yeah.
I, I don't think, 2 different divisions anyways, but I think if you put Costa and him next together, Costa's more skilled.
I agree.
But
I'm with you 100%.
this guy brings a lot of fans, dude. Just like this, keep giving this kid a mic. That boy's so damn ugly. It's going to draw in people from all over the world, son, just to see him fight. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Who do you got is my question.
I'm going to go get Chawiwis.
Okay. I
Should
don't
we
hate it.
lose?
As much as I hate to pick against my boy Rob Font, I will take Raul Rosas Jr. because he should be he should have perfected all of his problems at such a young age, having nothing else to do with his time. Hell, he said his first fight bonus he bought his mom a minivan. Like the dude's focus is still on the sport. It's not on children. It's not on other business ventures. He's got a podcast, I know, but he's saying off the wall shit on that podcast too, dude. He be saying some wild shit. He's had like 3 women leave his podcast for asking inappropriate questions. It's pretty wild. But
Oh, I
yeah,
don't like that.
no, yeah, it's some of it's bad. You should check it out. I'll send you some links later. I can't remember exactly what it says. I don't want to say one thing and be completely off, but he was asking him something. All that aside, if the dude's focus is where it should be, he should be a good fucking like contender in this division for a long time. So I'm anxious to see how he channels that energy, what he tends to do in round one, because we know his gas tank isn't the best when he faces some adversity. C Rod he couldn't take down. C Rod was able to gas him really easily, and then he looked not pathetic but unprofessional in his most professional quality. So I am very hyped to see how he really just approaches this fight, because we all know what Rob Font's gonna do. Rob Font's gonna
Yeah.
come out, he's gonna jab you, he's gonna jab you 3 times, throw a hook in there, jab you 3 times, throw a leg kick in there, jab you 3 times, throw an uppercut and an elbow. It's repetitive, but it works. It's like he's Sean Strickland at 35. So I'm here for it, man. I love this fucking fight. I love this being the third to last fight. I really do. And
This
then you
next
got
fight, dude.
yeah, Drew Dober and Michael Johnson. I mean, every time I look at Michael Johnson, he looks like he just did a line of coke. I mean, the dude looks like he wants to beat my ass for calling his son gay. Um,
I love this fight. I love Drew Dober. You know what you're going to get in a Drew Dober fight. That guy is going to go in there and die. You
yeah,
don't know how. He's either going to die or kill someone.
yeah,
Drew Dober coming off a knockout win. He's knocked out Bobby Green, Rafael Alves, Terrence McKinney. And then you look at Michael Johnson, who's coming off a win. He's just beat Zellhuber. He's on a 3-fight win streak. He hasn't won 3 in a row, fun fact, since 2015. That was over a decade ago. Our
yeah,
boy's on a 3-fight win streak. He's facing the Crimson Chin. It's just going to be a war. I'm looking forward to it. I think Michael Johnson goes to bed.
yeah.
I
I'm
do.
here
I
for
do.
it. I think no matter who it is, I think somebody's going to bed. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, both of these guys' chins are questionable, and both of these guys throw fucking like the dodgeball scene. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's how I feel like I'm fucking watching every time these dudes fight. And so, you got Drew Dober, you said?
Yo,
I think that's who I'm taking as well, man, because I can't back Michael Johnson, the big 26. Watching Zellhuber get KO'd, watching Ferreira get KO'd, his wins just have not aged well. Like Azidar, Azidar, I don't know if he's in the UFC anymore. Darius Flowers, not a very good win. He looked terrible against Jake Matthews. Mark Casey's a good win, I will say. And sorry, he actually lost to Diego Ferreira. Let me rephrase that. So
I
I
mean,
gotta I gotta go Drew Dober. I gotta go Drew Dober. I really do, man. Drew Dober is fucking, but he's like Terrence McKinney. He's literally like Terrence McKinney too. So if he doesn't get Johnson out of there early, I think we can see a Johnson decision happen pretty convincingly. Dober just beat Kyle Prepelic off a foul, basically that wasn't called. Not trying to discredit him. And then before that, he had a 2-fight losing streak to John Silva. I'm sorry, three. It might be four. 3-fight losing streak to Hanato Moicano, John Silva, and Manuel Torres. So it's a not a terrible losing streak. But Drew Dober, where Michael Johnson seems to be durable, Drew Dober is not as durable anymore. So I'm definitely saying somebody goes to bed in this fight, but I'm leaning Drew Dober.
and the fun thing about this is I think whoever wins this fight gets ranked competition.
I do too.
If Michael Johnson pulls this out of his ass, then we're going to be seeing Michael Johnson 2026 fighting a top 15 guy. And that's just a lot of fun, man. I mean, I don't think
Mhm.
he obviously doesn't go far, but I mean, Michael
Yeah.
Johnson, come on,
So
get in there.
To be honest, I would not be surprised if we get Michael Johnson versus Bobby Green if Michael Johnson pulls this fight out of his ass. I really think they're gonna make that, and I think that it would be entertaining on the mic. I think it'd be entertaining in the octagon. I think it'd be just an all around fucking beautiful thing if they make that fight happen. So, but I'm definitely leaning Dober. I won't be surprised if Johnson wins, but I'm leaning Dober, the dude that's got the John Cena build. This is a yeah, this is a rematch. This is a rematch and a very, very good fucking fight. Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez versus Bruno the Incredible Hulk Ferreira. So obviously, we learned last time that Hulk destroys RoboCop. One of the only guys to knock out, if not the only guy, to knock out Gregory Rodriguez. And that is a very hard thing to do, as we've noticed. Gregory Rodriguez, one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. Everybody calls me weird for that, but I mean, this dude is violence incarnate, dude. I mean, he's beating dudes that are on insane win streaks, like Roman Kopylov. He KO'd Jack Hermanson brutally. Um, he was beating Cannonier till he got caught. He easily dispatched Christian Leroy Duncan, Brad Tavares, and his win streak isn't as long as I thought it was.
I
And
mean, he killed Hermanson.
yeah, it
That
was bad.
was,
Yeah,
oh,
ended his
you know,
career.
oh, it was that was so bad, man. He's 5-1 in his last six, but the guy, he's got so much scar tissue on his face. Like,
Yeah,
he is so easy to split open. One of the nastiest
yeah.
cuts we'll ever see in the octagon.
Trinity and
His
Giacani
third
against Gregory
eye opened
Rodriguez.
up.
Yeah,
Oh, and
yeah.
I mean,
He
and
won
then you
that
look at
fight. He won that fight too. That's the crazy part is he just ate that and then just destroyed Chitty for the rest of the fight. I was just looking at the stats on that. It was so bad.
I was
Uh,
looking up at the jumbotron and saw that on my head. 100%, I would have passed out.
yeah, and that's
100%, I
where
would have passed out.
you know what they say though, bro. RoboCop never dies. And that's what they say, man.
and
Bruno
he,
Ferreira, on the other hand, not to interrupt you, my bad. What was you gonna say?
oh no, I was just gonna go in. Bruno's like his fight record. He's 15-2, 9 wins by knockout, 5 wins by sub. Finished all but one fight out of all of his wins. This is gonna be a banger.
So yeah, Bruno has fought literally like the same exact level of competition too. Like they fought the same guys. The only difference is Bruno that I think so his first fight at UFC he KO'd RoboCop. Then he comes out and gets knocked out in a minute 17 by fuck how do you say his full name? Nursultan Ruzaboev, the guy that Brian Battle missed weight terribly against. Then he comes out, knocks out Phil Haas, knocks out Dustin Stoltz, who's here in Louisville. Shout out Dustin Stoltz, who's fucking gets submitted by Abus Magomedov 3 minutes into the third round. Then he subs fucking Armin Petrosian, and Gregory Rodriguez has actually lost a split decision to Armin Petrosian. Then Bruno is having some adversity against Jackson McVeigh, subs him pretty easily as soon as he gets his arm, and then he just completely put on a masterclass, in my opinion, against Marvin Vettori. I like this kid, man. I think the Hulk is a fucking stud. I like that they're giving them a rematch this early into both of their UFC careers, even though Rodriguez is a little bit later into his. Because man, these dudes are arguably the future of the division if they stick around a while.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this fight. I mean, RoboCop throws with power, son. I mean, it looks just disgusting when he connects with
Mm-hmm.
somebody, and he's fighting a guy that does the same thing. This is a hell of a rematch. I think it's going to open up the main card
Oh yeah.
just with a boom. So I mean, just
Over or under two
damn,
minutes? That's my question. Over or under 2 minutes?
man, dude, I don't know, man. I do
Yeah.
not know which way this fight's going. I
There
do
is
not
no
know.
ranking implications in this fight. There's nothing to gain for Gregory Rodriguez. This is strictly, people kill me because they say Rodriguez looks like Obama, and I'm kind of seeing it now. Uh, fucking, but this is strictly for Rodriguez to get that loss back, and I love that. He's gonna come out. Hopefully, he doesn't make any stupid mistakes early. But this is gonna be as long as this lasts. I'm gonna be fucking stoked, dude. I'll be real with you. I'm so ready for his fight.
It's going to be a banger. Another banger.
Let's get to your hero, man. I seen you itching to talk about it over there, man. Let's get to your hero, man.
What I believe is the people's main event. Definitely my main event. You got the GOAT, Cody Garbrandt, returning like a phoenix from the ashes.
My
He's going to go
gosh.
out there Saturday night and put this boy to bed. Long Xiao, his 2-2 in his last four. He's coming off a loss. He KO Quang Lee. Doesn't matter. Cody
I don't know,
Garbrandt's
man. It kind of matters. It's kind of a good win.
man, get out of here. He's coming off a
Kind of a
decision
good
loss
win.
to Barcelos. He lost to Figgy, but he had vertigo, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just facts. That's facts, man. He got put in a chokehold and said he went into vertigo. He didn't know which way was up and down, and that was it, man. I mean, there's nothing you could do about that. Should have been a no contest. When you look
This
at Cody
guy,
Garbrandt's
get
career,
the fuck out of here, man.
9-fight win streak in the bantamweight division. 7 of them came by KO before he got beat by juiced up TJ Dillashaw. But in the first round, he pieced them all up. Dillashaw got lucky. Doesn't count. I think
Okay.
that Cody Garbrandt comes back in a big way. By the end of 2026, we're going to see Cody Garbrandt fighting ranked competition once again in the bantamweight division.
So I just realized his first UFC win is against Marcus Brimage from Tough like 14 or 15. This is the dude that came in on Tough, and he was like, I like to say my style is like a little bit Dragon Ball Z and a little bit of Rough Night of Cocaine. And so I think that's fucking hilarious. I'm just looking at his record. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fight win streak. Not 9, unless I'm missing a fight on here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now I'm just not counting correctly at all. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fight win streak, and he lost to Dillashaw twice. Then he lost to Moonhost, came back, knocked out Asakayo. That was a fire knockout at the buzzer. Beautiful knockout. Rob fought, had his way with him. He's fought the best of the best though, man. Kaikar France hurt him really bad at a weight class that I didn't think he should have ever been fighting at. Is this at flyweight or is this at 135?
The Kaikar France was at flyweight.
No, I mean this fight. Is this fight at flyweight or 135?
It should be a 135 because I know
Okay,
that Cody went to Dagestan and put on a bunch of muscle
yeah.
about a year and a half ago.
Let's hope he went to Dagestan and forgot about everything that's happened prior to this, because Zhao Long is a fucking beast, man. This dude is yoked. With that being said, maybe Cody Garbrandt comes out and wrestle fucks him to a victory. Who knows? But I
Boy,
mean, dude, this is a all right resume for real, man. This is UCAT. I'm pretty sure just fought. No, he's fighting. He's fighting Elijah Smith next. That's who it is. Win over Quang Lee, knockout late in third. The split decision loss, and then unanimous decision loss to you. So yeah, this could go either way, man. I think this is a very winnable fight for Cody. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm not trolling. I
100%
swear to
dog.
God.
100% dog.
I guess it's fucking. I'll rock with you, dude. He's your hometown hero. I'll take fucking Cody Garbrandt with you, man. Fuck it. I'm probably gonna regret it, but let's do it. Fight after that, I'm kind of excited for Dante Johnson, who everybody says is the most beatable, undefeated fighter on the roster. He's taking on our guy Cody Brundage. I think this is a very fun fight, man. And Cody Brundage just fought what fucking a month ago.
Yeah, got knocked
Yeah,
out.
he fought January 31st, 2026, and he's fighting. What is the date officially for Saturday? March 7th. So it's not even been 2 whole months and he's back in there after getting knocked out. So big props to Cody Brundage. We love to see the fucking activity. Love to see that he's stepping up against these young undefeated guys. I mean, his whole. I feel like we just talked about Cody Brundage not too long ago, so it's crazy. But I mean, his whole McConaughey, Ralston, Abdul Malik, fucking Bo Nickel, Al Hassan. I mean, the dude is wanting to fight these young guys. Zach Reese, you know, he wants to fight everybody. It seems like. So I'm here for it. I like. God, his record is pretty bad though. I won't lie. 11-8. Goodness gracious, that is the only 11-8 guy in the UFC. I guarantee it. Let's wrap this shit up. And yeah, because honestly, I got who you got? Dante Johnson or Cody Brundage?
I'm gonna go Dante Johnson, man. I think Cody Brown just had too many shots. Just like he finds a way to lose, man. He finds a way to lose.
Yeah,
And
he does.
I like Cody, but I mean, I just don't. I mean, I think he would do better as like just staying in the coaching room. To be
Right.
honest with you,
Yeah, no, I like Cody Burns, but I agree with you there. Also, last one we can go over because these other ones, man, there's so much research that has to be done. Sumadarji or Jesus Aguilar, who you got? I'm taking Jesus Aguilar for certain, man. That dude is plus money every time, and he makes a boy rich.
No major submission threat with Jesus Aguilar, 4-2 in the UFC, coming off a win. I think I'm going to ride with you on that one.
Hell yeah, dude. There's not really any other fight that catches my eye. You got Rodolfo Bellato taking on Luke Fernandez, and the only one thing I want to bring up about that before we get off of here, Luke Fernandez has an Anaconda choke win against Phil Hawes at CFFC, and he just beat Eric Anders at CFFC as well in 2024. He's been fighting some guys that have legit wrestling, so I think I'm gonna take Luke Fernandez against Bellato, the actor.
I'll ride with that too. I think so. One other thing I got picked out, we got Cody Durden fighting on the card. That guy
Oh
always
yeah,
brings, yeah, that guy's super fun to watch, man. He is coming off of 3 losses, but it's wartime. He needs to he needs to bring it because he's fighting a guy that's 9-1. That's a heck of a mission threat. 2 wins by knockout. I think Cody wants to keep his job. Cody needs to get a dub.
I mean, I think it's definitely looks that way, but he's also fought every guy they put in front of him. Muhammad Makayev, Jose Ochoa, so I think he may have one more left if he loses, but after that, I don't know. Hoping for Cody Durden, but probably think the other guy's gonna win. I can't pronounce his name.
They call him the Art of Knockout. That's his nickname, but he's only had 2 knockouts. He's got 6 submission wins.
Well, that's today's MMA for you, so uh but yeah, man, I'm excited for this card. Anyways, James, you want to get us out of here, man?
Yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please make sure to like and subscribe, comment, tell us, talk to us. We'd love to talk to you. And we will see y'all again before the fights. Have a
Hell
good
yeah,
night.
man. Till next time. I'll see you, man. Have a good night.